In today's video, we are going to take a look at the Brawler type classes in Roblox Critical Strike. Let's get right into it. Hello, and welcome. It's currently raining pretty hard outside, so I hope that this audio isn't too messed up, but I did go ahead and cover my window with some cloth. Anyways, in today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the Brawler category of classes in Critical Strike Roblox. First of all, what are Brawler classes? Well, the Brawler classes are usually categorized by above average health, with an average of nearly 100 across all of the classes, low movement speed, fairly high damage, and a surprising amount of movement skills within several of the Brawler classes themselves. Although, to make this video a bit more simple, I won't be including the Wind Dancer, Duelist, Beast, or Chrono classes, since those classes are technically in separate categories. But, of course, I will be including the individual classes within the Brawler archetype itself. These are the Warrior, Destroyer, Berserker, Charger, Spearman, Ravager, Slayer, Fighter, and Samurai. All of these classes are fairly good, but Destroyer and Ravager come across as probably the worst classes in their archetype. For Destroyer, this is because of high move cooldowns and fairly low damage, unless you use a very difficult game-breaking combo. As for Ravager, it simply isn't as good as most of the other Brawlers because it lacks a single standout feature, such as high damage or lots of mobility or this or that, and it also has a terrible rounds system, which can leave you incredibly vulnerable. There goes the gosh dang a dang darn thunder. Of course, just as there are bad classes, there are also those that are just fine, as well as a couple of classes that are really good. Under the just fine category, we have Spearman, Berserker, Fighter, and Slayer. This is because while none of these classes are really the best, they are better than average. Fighter is definitely the most complicated of these classes because it has high cooldowns which can be reset, along with an almost confusing combo system, which makes the class pretty complex and difficult to use, although it is pretty good from what I've seen. As for Berserker and Slayer, I definitely do like them, but the Berserker has a fairly odd moveset, with an unpredictable F move, while Slayer has a high cooldown E move, along with a pretty odd hitbox system. Speaking of hitboxes, most Brawler-type classes actually have LMBs with pretty large hitboxes, including Samurai, Warrior, and Charger. I personally believe that these three classes are the best out of the Brawlers, but I'm not exactly sure which Brawler is the best, but I do know that it isn't the Warrior, as the class is simply too simple to challenge the complexity of Samurai and Charger. As for the Samurai and the Charger, these classes take quite a bit of time and effort to learn and use effectively, especially the Samurai, what with all of its different abilities. Now, you might be expecting the video to end, since we've covered every class in the Brawler archetype and discussed some basic general facts, but I want to make this video at least a couple minutes longer. Hint, it's only going to be like 1 minute longer, so let's actually discuss some similarities between Brawlers and tanks. For starters, tanks and Brawlers both have fairly low movement speed in the game, especially when compared to assassin classes and a fair spread of others throughout the game's archetypes. Additionally, both tanks and Brawlers have above average health, with nearly 100 for Brawlers and 125 to 150 average health for tanks. Both class types do fairly good damage, but Brawlers are able to move slightly faster. Jesus Christ, but Brawlers are able to move slightly faster thanks to a general array of movement skills, as well as higher walk speeds, among other things. Anyways, that is all for today's video. I definitely recommend that you guys check out a couple of Brawler classes, as most of them are very reliable choices. Anywho, it's nearly 8 PM and I still need to edit this video, so don't forget to use code SHOTUS at redragonshop.com. Have a great day. Bye-bye.